St. Kitts and Nevis recorded its 15th confirmed case of COVID-19 as authorities begin to push a gradual relaxation of restrictive measures. Speaking during the 19th April COVID-19 briefing of the National Emergency Operations Center, Health Minister of State Wendy Phipps announced the additional person a resident on St. Kitts.
As of today, Sunday, April 19th, the Federal Ministry of Health is confirming one additional case of COVID-19. This additional case is a case on St. Kitts and now brings a total of 15 confirmed cases for the Federation, broken down as follows: 11 on St. Kitts and 4 on Nevis. We have had some 210 confirmed negatives in terms of test results, and of course we have 22 results that are pending. And to add to what the CMO has so eloquently done in her explanation on testing, we wish to reassure the public that even when samples are sent off for testing, the Ministry of Health does not take a seat and wait for the results to come back. Testing and contact tracing is ongoing. So when you hear that we are waiting results, it means that the contact tracing and testing as necessary are taking place.
The minister informed that there have been no deaths as a result of COVID-19 in the Federation, while 620 persons have been released from quarantine. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
Opposition MP Marcella Liburd has accused the government of deception by gazetting a resolution relating to the extension of the state of emergency that differs to the one Parliament voted on Friday. In an interview with SK Newsline on Sunday, Ms. Liburd explained that the resolution gazetted omitted the words "up to" as it relates to the state of emergency being allowed up to 6 months.
If you were following Parliament, you would realize that the "up to" was a big part of the debate because the section of the Constitution that the resolution came under, mainly 19.7, the wording of the Constitution had no "up to" in it. Our argument was that "up to" was too uncertain. The Constitution was specific. It said 12 months or such lesser time as specified in the resolution. So the Constitution contemplates specific time frames because, as you know, you are dealing with the limitation of people's fundamental rights. And when you're dealing with that, you have to be specific. It can be, well, up to, and so you are not sure whether or not it's 2 months, 4 months, or whatever. It has to be specific. And we were arguing that what they were doing was not in keeping, was not consistent with what the Constitution was saying. They didn't take our argument. And so at the end of the day, they voted on a resolution which said up to 6 months. But when we were sent what was gazetted today, in reading it, we realized that in all places where up to was in the resolution that was voted on, they were no longer there.
In light of this, MP Liburd said the opposition will be looking to take action, though she declined to disclose what this will entail.
So we are taking some steps right now. I'm not in a position to tell you what the steps are right now, but I'm sure by tomorrow we'll be able to tell you definitively what it is we're doing, but we are going to take course of action.
Ms. Liburd stressed that the differences in the resolution leaves an open-ended duration of the state of emergency extension, which she deems unconstitutional.
It can be an indefinite period or an uncertain period. People must know, and that is why the Honorable Congress Maynard was suggested to them that perhaps they could have gone for 30 days. And then at the end of the 30 days, if things don't get better with respect to the COVID, you can always come back and extend it further. You don't have to have a long 6 months or 12 months state of emergency for that.
Parliamentarians approved an amended version of the resolution on Friday that reduced the period of the state of emergency from 1 year to 6 months. Attorney General Vincent Barron Jr. was unavailable for comment up to news time Sunday. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Protect yourself from the novel coronavirus. Wash your hands thoroughly and frequently for at least 20 seconds each time. Avoid shaking hands and touching your face with unclean hands. If you have to cough or sneeze, do so into your flexed elbow or a paper towel and then dispose of it. Keep a distance of 3 feet away from anyone with the cold or flu-like symptoms. Boost your immune system with vitamins, drink plenty of water, and get adequate rest. Visit your doctor, the nearest hospital, or health center if you or a family member becomes ill. A message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're covered when your house gets flooded. Getting your settlements quickly and fairly when a fire hits your home. And making sure your business can keep going even after an accident happens on site. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Hey, scan this. Boy, what that stand for?
We are St. Kitts and Nevis Waste Disposals.
Oh, so it's I just rent the big bin for when people cleaning the yard and construction project and so?
Yes, we do that.
Okay, so what about septic tank and grease trap cleanings?
Yes, we do that.
Then portable toilet rental?
Yes, we do that.
So what about if I want to rent a sexy bar trailer for like VIP events or my outdoors wedding?
Yes, we do that.
Residential garbage pickup?
Yes, we do that.
Okay. So if my office have a bunch of documents we need shredded?
Yes, we do that.
Boy, I talking to you and you know. But when you answer me, I hearing like 10 people.
That's just the strength of our team working for you. Watch now. Call us at 662-3329 and we'll come and do that for you.
Like us on Facebook.
Members of the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis voted to extend the COVID-19 state of emergency, granting the government the authority to implement restrictive measures in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. The parliamentarians approved an amended version of the resolution that reduced the period of the state of emergency from 1 year to 6 months. Earlier, opposition parliamentarians objected to the resolution not having a specified end date.
We need to be specific. So I would humbly suggest that a time frame be specified so that we are minded to consider the support of something like that. It cannot be read like this as it is now. That now, therefore, be it hereby resolved by this National Assembly that it is necessary to extend the state of emergency up to a period of 12 months or such shorter period as may be specified. Yeah, they left out therein. Constitution says specified therein, meaning the Constitution requires that on the resolution you must specify the time therein in the resolution. So leaving it here as may be specified gives the impression that sometime after somebody can specify a time. Like when you have a bill and it gives the minister the ability to make regulations thereafter. This is not what this is. Once the resolution is passed, that is it.
Later in the debate, Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris said the resolution would be amended to 6 months and placed it before the members of the National Assembly for the vote.
I want to make, Mr. Speaker, the offer to them that the Honorable Attorney General says, if they are so afraid of a 12-month window, we are prepared, Mr. Speaker, to amend the resolution for a 6-month window, Mr. Speaker, so that the House and this historic moment, Mr. Speaker, this historic moment could be in one accord in taking decisive action to protect every boy and girl, every man and every woman, every citizen and every resident in St. Kitts and Nevis. May it please you, Mr. Speaker, I commend the resolution with the amendment proposed by the Attorney General for a period of time of not more than 6 months for consideration by the Honourable House, and we will seek a division with respect to that.
The resolution was carried 10 votes to 2, extending the state of emergency for the next 6 months. Glenn Bart, SKN Newsline.
Was the parliamentary opposition right to believe that the government, by seeking an extension of the state of emergency, was seeking an extension of the life of the government during an election year? Or was the government following the proper constitutional guidelines? That was a question put to Attorney Chesley Hamilton. Speaking in an interview with SK Newsline, the attorney explained that the opposition may have been concerned about the extension of the life of Parliament, but said there are other provisions in the Constitution to deal with that aspect.
I guess where most people and yourself is concerned, you are wondering about the extension of the life of Parliament. The extension of the life of Parliament is governed by other sections, and that takes a different regime. And I don't think, short of war, if you go to the sections that deal with that in terms of section 46, 47, 48, you will see that it's when Her Majesty is at war that you can extend the life of the Parliament as opposed to the life of the executive. So I see what they're saying, but there are other things that governs the life of the Parliament, whether it is dissolved or not. The life of the Parliament takes 5 years after it first sits, and it can only be extended in time of war for periods of up to 12 months. So that's a different situation which most people want to hear or want answered.
However, Attorney Hamilton expressed concerns with the level of power the government may have with a prolonged state of emergency.
But the executive has some serious powers because most of the rights within section chapter 2 of the Constitution are suspended during time of emergency. And I worry about just having an open end to that rather than some level of certainty in terms of when that is going to ease. Because, depriving people of right to property, conscience, assembly, movement, religion, you name it, liberty, to some extent, pursuit of liberty. I don't want to include life in that, but there are some serious fundamental democratic and legal rights that are suspended under Chapter 2, and to just leave the executive with that amount of time to determine your rights and fundamental rights under the Constitution in a free and democratic society.
The National Assembly voted for an extension of the state of emergency to Saturday, April 25th, as the nation battles the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, Mr. Hamilton was asked about how this state of emergency extension plays into the life of Parliament and the calling of general elections, which are constitutionally due this year.
The life of Parliament and the life of the executive are two different things. And what determines what happened with Parliament, you have to read where you are reading the declaration of the state of emergency with what happens in section 45 to 48 around there. So I don't see that affecting elections because I don't see any war being declared. And it is only war that is mentioned that can extend the life of Parliament, my reading of it.
Constitutionally, elections would have to be called in August, 90 days after Parliament would have been dissolved. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
The resolution of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis to extend the COVID-19 state of emergency was not without issue, as opposition parliamentarians objected to a component of the resolution. According to the Constitution of St. Kitts and Nevis, the extension of the state of emergency requires that it is put before the National Assembly in the form of a resolution. On the 17th April, one day before the 21 allowable days of the Governor-General's declaration of the COVID-19 state of emergency, Prime Minister Harris read the resolution into the National Assembly records.
And whereas the said state of emergency was extended until Saturday, which is tomorrow, the 18th of April 2020, by Proclamation number 11 of 2020, dated the 7th day of April 2020. And whereas Section 19, subsection 3 of the St. Christopher Nevis Constitution, 1983 order, provides that a declaration of emergency shall lapse at the expiration of a period of 21 days, beginning the date of the publication of the declaration. And whereas, pursuant to Section 19 of the St. Kitts and Nevis 1983 Constitution order, a declaration of emergency may be extended by the resolution of the National Assembly up to a period of 12 months or such shorter period as may be specified therein. And whereas, pursuant to Section 19, subsection 8 of the St. Christopher Nevis 1983 Constitution order, a resolution of the National Assembly for the purposes of subsection 3 shall not be passed in the National Assembly unless it is supported by the votes of not less than 2/3 of all the representatives and senators. And whereas the COVID-19 virus continues to pose a significant threat of a natural calamity and the scale of a public health emergency to the Federation of St. Christopher Nevis, and it is therefore necessary to extend the state of emergency up to a period of 12 months or such short a period as may be specified. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the National Assembly that it is necessary to extend the state of emergency up to a period of 12 months or such short a period as may be specified to take effect on the 18th day of April 2020, that would be to combat the threat of the COVID-19 virus for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
However, while opposition members said they were generally in support of the fight against the spread of COVID-19, senior opposition MP Marcella Liebert believes the government has other motives at play.
You'd notice that in the resolution, it says emergency up to a period of 12 months. There's not up to in the Constitution, Mr. Speaker. There's not up to in the Constitution. The Constitution said 12 months or not up to 12 months. Not up to 12 months or. So it's specific. But it's a trick they're trying. It's a trick. But I want the people of the country to know, why is it that this government would want to have some discretion on the limitation of people's rights? Because when you have a state of emergency, that's what happens. You limit people's rights, the freedom of movement, and so on. Why you want to have 12 months of discretion on that? To manipulate people's freedom of movement and powers of arrest. Why you want that, Mr. Speaker? And, Mr. Speaker, there's some set dates in the Constitution. One would end on the 14th of May. Come what may, no matter how much months they say they're giving themselves authority for. Come the 14th of May, the House must dissolve. Emergency and no emergency. And come the 11th of August, we must have those elections. We must have those elections. So all who want to stay in power after that, all who want to stay in power after that, the people of this country must know, we don't want no despots running the country.
According to Section 19 of the Constitution dealing with state of emergencies, subsection 7, it is stated that the resolution, quote, shall remain in force for 12 months or such short a period as may be specified therein, end quote. At Newstime, opposition MPs had argued that the resolution did not contain any date for the end of the state of emergency prior to the 12-month period, as would be required by the Constitution. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
You care about what goes on your skin. You care about the ingredients, organic and natural products. We have Rituals brand, Victoria's Secret, and much more. Discover the collection of prestige natural beauty. There are too many chemicals. Time to change. Go to Lucky's Duty Free at King's Pavilion Hotel on Bay Road, Bastia. Treat yourself as a princess. Also, Bath and Body Works coming soon. Check us out on Facebook. Open hours are from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Give us a call, 466-7059. Lucky's Duty Free.
Quality Diagnostic Laboratory, your newest partner in your healthcare. We offer the latest in on-island clinical laboratory testing. A comprehensive range of blood tests, urine tests, stool and other testing such as cholesterol and sugar testing, as well as hormone, kidney and liver functions, and many more. Quality Diagnostic Laboratory is located at the corner of Keon Street and Fines Avenue, opposite the Greenlands pasture. Our opening hours from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday are designed with you in mind. We are also open on Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. for your further convenience. Call or contact us at 465-6657 or email us at info@qualitydiagnosticlab.com. Quality Diagnostic Laboratory. Excellence in performance.
Banners, commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics. You're my diamond in disguise.
As the nation's educational facilities remain closed as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Ministry of Education is strengthening its online delivery of educational material. Minister of Education Sean Richards, addressing the extended closure of the educational institutions, said new learning material have been developed and ready for online access by the Curriculum Development Unit and the Early Childhood Unit. He said the material will be for use at the early childhood level as well as the primary and secondary school levels.
The educational resources were devised with input from our teachers. The work that will be available for students will be grade appropriate and it will be in alignment with content from different subject areas that students covered in schools during the last school term. These locally structured and approved educational resources will become available on the Ministry of Education's website, www.education.gov.kn, as of Monday, 20th April 2020.
Meanwhile, primary and secondary school students will shortly have access to Flow's study platform. Minister Richards explains.
Using the Ministry of Education issued Flow Study username and password, students and their families are provided several benefits. 1. The registration process is simplified. 2. Technical support will be available from the ministry. And 3. Most importantly, activities completed by students on the site will be shared with schools and teachers to support students' return to learning in school.
The minister reported that a comprehensive plan for home-based learning has been considered in the event it is necessary to keep the nation's schools closed for a longer period of time. Glenn Bart, SKN Newsline.
Just about all major sporting events, leagues and competitions around the world have been either postponed, cancelled or suspended due to the current COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Football in St. Kitts and Nevis is no exception. And even before the Federation recorded its first case of the coronavirus, the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association, the SKNFA, took a decision to suspend all competition as it continues to monitor the current health crisis. But even though there is no football action ongoing, we would like to take some time to look at the performances of each team in the SKNFA's leading competition, the Premier League, to see how each of the 12 teams have performed thus far. At the time of the suspension, the league had already completed the first round of football and were 2 matches into round 2. In a 2-round season, that's more than enough to assess the fortunes of the teams. Which teams will make it to the playoffs, the ones that are likely candidates for relegation, and those who stand a chance of claiming the coveted Premier League title. In our broadcasts, we'll provide analysis of each of the teams and review past interviews with coaches and players. We'll start this report with a team that were crowned the most recent champions of the league and the current leaders in the point standings, Rams Village Superstars. Having won the 2018 Premier League title, Village were looking for a repeat and may have well been on their way to doing just that. They finished the regular season miles ahead of their nearest competitor and were primed to do well in the playoffs before the league was unfortunately suspended and eventually cancelled. They started this new season with a sense of purpose despite a sluggish start, brushing aside teams effortlessly and putting title contenders to the sword. The boys from West Bastyr were ready to retain their title, a motivation coach Stephen Clark speaks to in a post-match interview during round 1 of the season.
Motivation can go different ways, as you see. Sometimes they just rotate the team, rotate the players them. So each player come in now, well, you gotta keep the standard that the team have. If you want to be in the squad, you gotta play to keep your squad. So you just more like creating competition between the players them, they don't drop the level.
Sports reporter and football analyst LaShawn Dixon describes Village's run in the first round so far during a recent edition of SK Newsline's web series SKN Football Weekly.
The form they have shown through periods of the season is what you would want to be if you want to be in the championship talk come the end of the season. They started red hot. They were on 10 out of 10, 30 points from 30. They looked invincible.
It seemed Village would be unstoppable this season after they defeated Flow 4GK and Rockets 1-0 in one of the most anticipated matches of the season. Up until that point, Keon were yet to lose a match.
And he could become a hero winning the game. Here he is, he steps up and he goes at goalkeeper moving to his right, a lovely penalty all along the ground into the left hand corner, and Rams Village Superstars going up 1-0 after 6 minutes 54 seconds in the second half.
I thought this game was a little below the standard than the previous games that they set, but luckily we came out with a clean sheet.
But then the tables began turning on Village. In another most recent encounter, Village took on their fierce rivals Sol Island Auto Supplies Connery FC. These two teams have a competitive history, and this one would be no exception. But at that point, Village were dealing with a red-hot Connery, who were yet to lose a match since the start of 2020. Connery made sure that record stayed intact with a 2-1 win.
Here's Connery, cutting behind the defense, could be a goal. It is. It's going to be a goal.
Yes, a goal.
Beautiful goal indeed.
A beautiful goal by Aaron.
Absolutely beautiful.
As Ak finds space in the back, as he was back right, Ak Mitchell found himself in some space, and the ball eventually was tapped into the back of the net and the goal line. It's 2-0 to Sol Island Auto Connery, Rams Village Superstars.
And I think they're shell shocked at this moment. A very good goal indeed.
It was a good game, and we didn't get it right. We get a goal, but we got the better team win.
LaShawn believes that victory was a wake-up call for Village.
They looked invincible until they came up to against Connery, where they dropped their first points, and then the following week they dropped another set of points.
A wake-up call it was indeed, as the following week they lost their second match of the season when they fell to St. Peter's FC.
Yes, and Simmons picks up the ball. A curling shot towards the far post, and Beazela Morton over the top, and it's 3-2. 2 to St. Peter's, and Simmons, number 7 for St. Peter's. With one of the goals of the season, it's 3-2 to St. Peter's.
It would be interesting to see how Village will fare in round 2. Despite Connery FC breathing down their neck in the league table, they will still be viewed as the team to beat this season for the Premier League title. For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at digitalprintskn. Digital Print Plus for all your printing needs at the best quality. Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number 1. Now you can have SK Newsline on the go. Introducing SK Newsline Android mobile app. Search SK Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SK Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SK Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.
Commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.